YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Benji. Let's get a clap and a react. Let's get it, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, but look though, this joint says it's the problem with the black community. Let's figure it out. What's the problem with the black
bring
community?
awareness to our problems and give our community as a whole some constructive criticism. Now, with that out the way, let's get to problem number one. Black people love to glorify degenerate culture. I don't know why, but the black community as a whole just loves glorifying degenerate shit. Whether it's trapping, being a hoe, hell, even killing. Like in most hood areas, if you're the most well-known trapper, you're the king of that area. And kids look up to you. For some reason, that same thing is starting to happen for being a hoe. Like, no other race glorifies shit like that, bro. Except us. Black people are the only type of people that...
I think we're living in a time where everybody's just glorifying degeneracy, but I will argue that I think it's been a thing that's been going on for a while, that we start to put these type of things to the front of our culture, and I think that we start to attribute these things to us as a community. Like he says, when you're talking about robbing, killing, stealing, these are like things that are starting to become pillars of what it means to be African American.
Look at a regular 9-to-5 average guy.
I would say that these things would represent a stereotype of what it means to be an African American.
We'll call that lame, all because he doesn't trap and have a Hellcat. That shit makes absolutely zero sense. And for whatever reason, being a hoe is just popular as hell right now. Like, it feels like a good portion of black women only want to be outside.
Now, there's an argument that was made about the sexualization of black women, which is something that you could say, something that started in the times of slavery, simply because of what the main value of a woman at that time was not necessarily going to be her physical labor, but her appearance and what she could offer. So you can argue that that's where that started. I do think that the overly exerted or overly shown or overly done sexuality that we're seeing on a regular basis is not anything that's indicative of simply black people. I think that's just something that's just up in the forefront right now.
Everyone wants to have a roster. Everybody wants to be outside shaking ass and shit. And these hoes want to be hoes for these trappers instead of being a hoe for Jesus. Y'all get the point. Black people just glorify this shit way more than any other race. And I feel like a big reason for that
is just something you're saying.
Because when you really just think about it, who
that's
are
true.
the main role models for our kids in the black community?
That's true.
Sexy Red and Lil Baby.
That's true. Now this is important because I think representation matters. Obviously, these are the faces that you see at the front of media. These are the places that other races see at the front of media, and these are the things that they typically going to attribute to what they would believe are things that they would need to be successful. For example, if Sexy Red is successful to X, Y, and Z, the little girls and those who follow her, and possibly the ones that are on the opposite end of things, that aren't necessarily a part of this community and culture, they would believe that these are things that are needed to do or to be done to be successful. And a lot of times, these are who you categorize as falling under this category or this community. These are the type of people that you believe are who black people should be. This character that is Sexy Red is who black people are. These are who they are like.
See, fuck me. Our community doesn't have good role models. That's why we suffer from this massive degenerate culture. Because when Dr. Umar is the only guy who's speaking some, and I truly mean some, good principles, and my brother in Christ, we are fucking cooked. Speaking of cooked up, a lot of black people's mindsets about money and status are very, very cooked. Which leads us to our next problem. We care about money and status way too much. Like, bro, a lot of black people will literally do anything for money, except work a regular job. Like, I'm telling you, black people are truly some of the hardest workers and smartest people when we really truly put our minds to it. But the only
you have over 400 years of slavery to prove that.
problem is that we always put all of our effort into the wrong shit. Like, instead of trying to be doctors, lawyers, astronauts, and hell, even politicians, all we just want to do is become trappers, scammers, and rappers. Every single black person watching this video, listen to what I'm saying.
There's a community of people that want to do that.
There's nothing wrong with working a regular 9-to-5 job. And to get a better black people...
I think this stems from, like you said, I mean, you could bring it back to slavery again, but you have a portion of time where like I said, there was a huge wealth gap, and you weren't allowed opportunities. You were literally divided from even the water you drank. Your very being, your very essence was separate from those who were great, who were successful. Those who had money, power, and opportunity were literally those who lorded over you. So now you have people that have being past the idea of when you have an opportunity to do something, you shove it in their face. People couldn't read at one point. Now you got people that not only can read, but they have opportunities to become millionaires and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Excel in a company, scale up a business, whatever the case may be. So I do agree that there are plenty of people that will try to make the best of this scenario and can't wait for an opportunity to shine and flex on those who doubted them.
Starting to realize that. But for the people who still are trapped into the mindset of trapping and skimming being the only way, stop that shit.
Not yet, but they cooked anyways.
What leads you to is a jail cell or a fucking coffin. And if you watch any drug crime show like Snowfall or Power, you will quickly realize that. But a big reason of why we go so hard to get money, most of the time, isn't even for a beneficial purpose. Because the only thing that niggas want to do when they get their money is spend it on meaningless shit. All so that we can flex on other people. We buy shoes, clothes, chains, health,
for financial literacy.
Even cars. Why do you think every single black person who has money also owns a Hellcat? All that black people care about is their status in society. That's why you have niggas perfectly fun.
Because you have people that didn't have a status.
Rappers, just because it's looked at as cool in the black community. We as a whole community need to have better aspirations, bro. Because there is no reason why you should be spending $300 on shoes that only cost $20 to make. If that, because you know that shit was made in the China sweatshops. Like niggas are dead ass selling their souls just so they can get the money to flex, bro. Instead of trying to help it benefit your community. But what's also fucked up is that we're all some hating ass motherfuckers.
Would y'all suck a dick to save y'all mom's life?
Yeah, I actually said that. But if you want to see me say more wild shit, tap into the streams. See, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And every single time I stream, I say wilder and wilder shit. And if I said on YouTube, I would probably get banned.
Drake's. If y'all seen the link, what y'all rate his dick? That's not gay. It's just asking an objective question.
If you want to see more shit like that, go follow the Twitch and tap into the stream.
And this the dude that's talking about what's wrong in the community. Okay.
And fuck it, let's try to get 100,000 followers on Twitch. Let's go ahead and break that record. Let's go ahead and do this shit. Let's show the fucking world how strong Skycrew is. So go follow the Twitch. Bye-bye.
Which is problem number 3. Black people love to hate on other black people. My brother in Christ. I'm telling you right now, black people literally
Crabs in the barrel.
But you can even be trying to better yourself by reading a book or whatever. I swear to God, niggas will be on your ass talking about, damn nigga, why the fuck you reading that shit? Also stupid ass trying to get smarter and shit. Shut the fuck up. Like, can we not just applaud our own people when we do good? We don't always gotta be so negative, bro. And the worst part about it is that the main people that be hating be living the sorriest lives. And nowadays it feels like a lot more.
I don't think that's just exclusive to black people. I think that's every bully.
White people don't glorify being in front of goddamn trailer parks. And it's gotten so bad that I was on TikTok the other day, and I swear to God, I literally seen 2 niggas having a fucking broke off. The niggas was going cent for cent, trying to see who was more in poverty. Like, that shit is absolutely insane, bro. And for whatever reason, it's also become a trend for black women to hate on white girls just because black men are starting to like white women. Like,
again, that's something that's been happening for a long time.
Like, what the fuck do you want them to do? Be ugly?
And vice versa.
Black men have always loved white women. Do you think Nick Babies came from? That shit came from slavery times. Back when Master daughter wanted a little bit more. And third, but most important,
argue that they were R-worded.
Like white women born to black women, maybe, just maybe. The problem is actually black women. Some black women. Let me say that. And also, there's nothing wrong with a black man liking white women. I like white women. I just love black women too. There's nothing wrong. But something that is wrong is our goals and aspirations, which is number 3. It feels like nowadays the main goals for black men growing up is to either become an athlete or a rapper. If those things fail, they want to become a trapper. Like, to all my black men, y'all do realize there's more to life than becoming a rapper or an athlete, right? Like, I feel like that's
I understand.
Wrong with that, bro, for whatever reason. Why don't we?
But that's gonna be. That's why I said representation is important. Because obviously these are the only things that you see your community engulfed in, and these are the things that you see your friends engulfed in, and these are the things that you see your family members worried about, and these are the things that you're going to believe that are matter, and these are the only things you're going to follow yourself towards.
You want to become astronauts or like doctors and shit, or hell, even photographers, bro. Like, there's so many other cool jobs. If
nobody sees an opportunity available in that, they won't probably pursue it because the likelihood gets even lower and lower.
The league, which is supposed to like not gonna happen. Let's be real. Damn. Or trying to become a famous rapper.
It's also difficult for you to become an astronaut.
Damn. Like, those things are way harder to do than people think, bro. Having regular goals and passions is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. For some of y'all black women, yes, I said some. I'm not gonna associate this with the whole community. I will never understand the mentality of being blessed with life, being blessed with goals and aspirations, and wanting to do all that, bro, just because of their problem. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. I don't understand how black women look up to these rapper baby mamas. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but y'all know the ones I'm talking about. These women are literally famous.
Again, not indicative to only black women. I think, period, there's a bunch of people that are in awe of people that have celebrity status. I think that's why Instagram and social media works so well, is because you have a bunch of people that are climbing and trying to find a way to feel as if they have some type of status or some type of power above one another, or they feel as if they're important, or they feel like they have some type of crazy contribution to society.
Because they got a fat BBL, they got pregnant by a rapper. And all that these women do is just post on Instagram and get into meaningless drama with other female baby mamas. Like,
Not
we as a
just-
collective people gotta be
not just black women.
There's nothing wrong with working regular 9-to-5 office jobs or even being blue collar workers. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, man. As long as you're providing for your family, always would. It's just a lot of people don't care about their families, which unfortunately is problem number 5, which I also think is the biggest problem. We as a community don't care about our kids, and we're also not there for them. What's the most
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at. I shouldn't have laughed at that. That was not what I meant to laugh at.
stereotype made against black men, specifically black fathers?
They
Black
don't-
fathers
yeah.
abandoning their kids. For whatever reason, a lot of black men just aren't there for their kids. And honestly, I feel like that's one of, if not the biggest problem in the black community. Family is the most
agree.
important thing in most of our lives. Because no matter what, family is always going to be there for you. And if it's not there for you, that's when you start getting fucked up in the head. Which is why I
That's
feel
true.
like this generation of black people was cheated out of a lot of things.
You have generational wealth and you have generational trauma.
You can really see that effect on how our generation is turning out to be. But I'm gonna just put it like this. As a whole community, black people have just kind of abandoned the concept of family. We should not be letting these black women raise these kids all by themselves. And as black men, we have to step up and be there for your kids no matter what. And as a community, we have to bring the idea and the concept of the family back. Because truthfully and honestly, if we had a better concept of family, I feel like our whole community would be in a better place right now. But besides that, that's it. Appreciate all y'all for watching. Follow if you're new, subscribe if you're new.
Getting called whitewash for being improper and getting hated on how we're dressed. Okay. Such a very literally walk stereotype so sad. As a black female, I live in a pretty suburban neighborhood and I like J fashion, Gucci clothing, Alton Rock. I think a lot of people think I'm whitewashed for it. A family member even told me I saw white. That's when you're expected to fit as a stereotype within your community. I think it's crazy just to even identify a sound or, like, let's say you having an ability to speak eloquently as and attributing that to a race. Pretty crazy. My friend who was black got told he's not black enough because he doesn't conform to travel trends and role models. He has his life, doesn't read, works hard. I agree that I guess you could argue that there is maybe possibly some culture that is attributed to trying to live like this. 25-year-old black plumber. Summer of this last year, I sold and installed for $500K worth of plumbing, taxes, and paying my business. I watched open 189 after my first year. My business has 210K in this account right now. A kind of projects we will hit 850. I need to hire one for a first. He's lying. I think Toya says not black false skills right on. Let's come my mom. Grill her oldest about this. 70s with gang since Judge has been glorified. Exactly, sub boom nice criticized. Man, everything's gonna be a repeating record. We'll see.